Good evening, everyone. How are you all? I hope all of you must be doing awesome. Everyone must be doing great in their own path of preparing videos, going to office, doing business, eating food. I'm sure that every area of your all must be doing awesome. So again, this is Gaurav Maheshwari, your teenage parenting coach, in front of you to talk to you something about a new area of parenting as far as teenage is concerned. So today what I'm going to talk about is something called as children feedback meeting. I'm sure that this is the first time that you're going to heard this particular terminology, and I thought why not to put you in front of you to understand what is this all about. So I'm sure you all must have gone through parents teacher meeting. So what happens in parents teacher meeting? There are parents, teacher and children. These are the three people in that meeting, and what we talk about your children. Teacher give you a feedback of your children's certain areas during the school hours when they go to school. What they talk about? They talk about academic performances, their behavior, their classroom etiquettes, their communication, their sports caliber, their academic performances, their areas of improvement, their weaknesses, which subject they are good at, which subject they are bad at, etc. etc. And what you understand from that feedback is something called as a report card of your children, as in holistic evaluation. And at the end of that, what you do back to your children is you give certain suggestions, certain ways out, sometimes angry, sometimes giving appreciation. You try one or the other way so that they fall into the expectations which could be for the improvement in the future, right? So taking this kind of exercise and activity and the scientific reason behind it, I take into consideration to generate why not something called as children feedback meeting. Now what this meeting is all about? This meeting is all about your family getting together where your children will be allowed to speak and speak in a way that they are giving you more of as a feedback about you as their parents. What do they feel about? What are the different areas they could be talking about in the meeting? I will come to this later in this video. So what you need to do is, it's not an official meeting as schools PTM have. Like there's an official premises, you go on a certain time, there's certain slot allotted to you and you get back. But children feedback meeting will be more of like a family get together in a very casual mode, where you go and guys take the one thing in this meeting should not be happening at home, because at home you are more like a cozy environment, more like a restricted environment. Sometimes children does not feel comfortable talking at home, etc etc. Sometimes you are not that well with them at home. So what you need to do is you have to find any good place which they like, any food joint where they would like to go and eat their favorite food, or any coffee shop or any park, any kind of amusement and entertainment, or food joint where you guys can talk freely and also enjoy your food and other activity at the same time. Now what you need to do is, if you are a nuclear family, obviously both parents and the children have to go. If you are in a joint family, essentially parent and both the children have to go. I would suggest that when you go with your children, just go with them and both the parents, not anyone else should be included in that, because sometimes children don't feel comfortable talking about you in front of someone else. And how you can initiate a conversation is just through casual introduction to this children feedback meet, where you ask your children to talk about certain areas which they felt genuinely, whatever they felt they should be free to speak. You should put out your ego, you should put out your parent cap, but just become a listener to them as a friend. What they must be telling you is the following areas. They will be telling you what are the good areas that they felt in the last 1 month about you. What are the hurt areas? What are the areas, or what are the incidents, what are the conversations that happened which have hurted them and which are in their memory in last month, right? So this particular children parent meeting will be happening once in a month at least. Whenever you guys are have free time and heading for the get together, that time you can utilize this opportunity for this children feedback meet. Then he will telling you about what are the unfulfilled wishes they have gone through in the last month. It means they have asked you for this, that, and these are the unfulfilled wishes which they haven't they haven't received or fulfilled. What are the fulfilled wishes? So they ask you for 10 things, and out of them say 5 were unfulfilled and 5 were fulfilled. So what are the fulfilled as things that they have asked for and they have got? Now what are the areas of improvement which they think should be in you, so that they will be feeling more better about you as a parent? What are the few things which they liked about their friends in school or coaching or whatever? What are the friends' names, and what are the areas or what are the characteristics that they like about those friends? And what are the few bad things which they don't like about the friends? What are the friend names and the bad things which they don't like about those friends? Then what are the, and this is a tough question which they will be not answering initially, but later when your communication will become strong and friendly with them, they will answer this. Then what are the 3 lies that they have told to you? It means what are the 3 lies in the last month which they have told to you, and they're confessing in this children feedback meet as an opportunity, because they feel that courage and they feel that guts and they feel that transparency and honesty and friendliness to confess it. One thing about father which they are impressed about, which they got a lot of impression or felt nice about and want to adapt that one thing in them, and one thing about mother which they feel highly grateful and highly impressed about. And these could be the few things which I have written. It could be many more as per your understanding, and etc. And at the end of the day, at the end of this whole questionnaire or whatever, what are the areas, and I think this whole conversation you must be only in listening mode. You should not tell anything, even utter a word when they are talking. Just accept them, just receive it with all open heart, with all open mindedness. And then at the end of the meeting, what you need to do is you have to just take 5-10 minutes each, mother and father 10 minutes each, and give a summary of all the questions and the feedbacks they have given to you in a very open-minded format, in a very friendly format, without even a single penny of anger, without a single drop of reaction, without a single drop of blame or complaint. It is, guys, a holistic development exercise both for you as well as for kids. So you need to understand more that this is feedback for you. So you should end up with taking feedback more on your side rather than giving much more from your side to them. And at last, after finishing everything, you can have one group photo, having a dessert or ice cream, everything, to celebrate this moment of children feedback meet. And trust me, if you exercise it every month, at least once in a month, it will add a lot of exposure to your understanding, your communication, and they will be more transparent, and they will be waiting for this meeting to come. If you take it positively, and if you understand them positively, if you accept them with all gratitude and with all openness, they will be waiting for this one day to come and tell to you these areas or anything as in general to help you, to improve you with your parenting as far as teen is concerned. Thank you, guys, and I hope this idea will be fruitful for you in your own areas of work. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.